Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Baz for the Stoic Gaming Podcast. Today is May 23rd, 2015, and this is episode 3. Cue music. No, we don't have any music. Today I'm with... I'll put the music in later. Today we're here with Jenna. Say hi, Jenna. You gotta push the talk button.
Oh yeah, hi guys.
Yeah, I didn't have any show notes this week, so fuck it, right? So I've been playing Star Wars: The Old Republic because my friend got me into it again, and I heard that you've been playing it too as well. So, what have you been doing in Star Wars?
Me? I've been playing a Sith assassin actually, and fucking around on a Guardian, which I suck at. Hate PvP in that game right now.
And tanking. Anyway, so so for anybody that doesn't know, me and Jenna years ago used to play Star Wars and WoW together and whatnot, and we played Star Wars, and she healed me a long time ago. So you played what did you play back then? It was a Jedi Consular? Push to talk?
I'm gonna turn this back on. I played the Consular, which I guess that was the healer back in the day.
And now you're playing basically a Guardian? No,
I'm playing
an Inquisitor?
Assassin, which is basically the Shadow.
Oh, alright. So a rogue.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. With lightsabers.
A rogue with lightsabers, yeah. So, hi, buddy.
I have your phone.
No. Go to bed.
I'm kiss.
Okay, hold on a sec. Jenna, sing or something. I'll be right back.
Oh god, nobody wants to hear me do that.
I'm gonna kiss.
Come on, buddy.
I'm gonna kiss. Kiss.
Yeah, it's just me now, because they left me. That's awesome. So yeah, video games.
I would clip that out, but I'm too lazy, so that'll be in the podcast. Everybody, that was my son. He sucks. No, he's awesome. I won't say that. He's awesome. So anyways, where were we? I was promised singing. Ha ha. Pokey57 in the chat would like you to sing. Oh, did you talk to him? Because he wants to hear it. So we're waiting.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Because, you know what would happen if I sang? People would actually probably pay me to stop. Maybe I should start.
So anyways, yeah. So I rolled. Well, it's kind of weird because I remember I left Star Wars originally because I wasn't a very stop hot micing. Thank you.
All right.
I left Star Wars originally because I was very disgruntled with the free to play model I went to, I guess. And yeah, so Jenna, you're killing me. You're killing me. I'm dying.
I fixed it.
All right. So yeah, I played a tank. I loved the game. I had my actual name for my character name, and then they merged servers after like 6 months of not merging servers. And I was like, okay, I got to change my name. I'll suck it up. I ended up on Prophecy of the Five, which is an awesome server as far as I'm concerned. And then the free-to-play model came, and I was like, and I quit playing for years now. And my friend just recently said Shadow Revan's awesome, blah, 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 and I got back into it. And it is awesome, but he convinced me to reroll on another server, and I very quickly found out that your quote-unquote account-bound items are server-bound. They're not account-bound. So all the money I poured into the game before was sitting on Prophecy of the Five while I was on the other server. So just for the record, Jenna, that's why I'm back on Prophecy of the Five now, because I rolled that character for about 20 levels, and that character doesn't have shit. No bag space, no nothing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I did the same exact damn thing when I went back. I bought all this stuff and was like, I can't use half of it. What the heck am I doing?
yeah, and I people are gonna like cringe, like 1,000 voices are gonna cry out in agony. But I didn't know what all the shit in my bags were, so I just kind of vendor trashed it all. And yeah, so that happened, and I got Shadow Revan, and I bought a couple of convenience things, and I've been playing through it, and I'm digging it. I'm digging it so far. I did a little first person or one player solo Flashpoint. That was kind of cool, but it seems like they've done a lot of graphics update and the engine seems smoother and everything seems a lot more solid. But then I killed a dude and he just stood there frozen like a mannequin, and I just kind of laughed to myself. And I guess some things never change. So
Nope, they don't. Did we PvP at all?
I have not PvP'd at all. I'm kind of scared because it was so horrible last time. So I'm kind of concerned about jumping back into the PvP. I tried the freeform spaceflight combat, which I very quickly got my ass kicked in. But it seemed pretty cool for the most part. Like, I don't know. It seemed kind of slow. Like, it felt like it took me forever to go fight somebody, and then when I got there, they just shot a rocket at me and killed me.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I tried one of those, like, on-rails things, and it's like, we recommend you have level 7 fucking upgrades for your spaceship or whatever. So I went and looked, and I have no fucking clue how to tell what kind of upgrades I got on my ship. So I quickly got my ass kicked in that, too. And I just said, fuck spaceships at that point. And, yeah.
Did you re-roll it all?
I re-rolled like 3 or 4 characters, but I'm actually on the same character that we played fucking many moons ago. Except I had turned him into a chiss at one point, so he's no longer a human. He's a bald blue guy instead of a bald white guy. Well, he was a cyborg before, which is, I guess, human, but it's another race. So, yeah, he's a chiss, and his name is Lepton. Because all my guys are named after frickin' subatomic particles. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, start drinking one while pouring the other one on you.
Right. Oh, that's just awkward. That could probably get us a lot of viewers if I did that.
Yeah, but it would probably, I mean, the coordination skill it would take would be outstanding.
Yes, Pocky, we are talking about Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars, Old Republic. Good game. 2 thumbs up.
I still play WoW, which I was actually just on and am still on my shaman. So
Yeah, how do you feel about that? I'll give you my impressions afterwards.
I love WoW, but it's like my go-to game. And I played that in closed beta. I actually got into beta because I had a contest and I was the highest level on the server. That's how I got into closed beta. So I love the game. I've been playing it forever. It's hard to give it up. I take breaks, but I don't think I'll ever quit it.
See, for me, Charlie had convinced me, Resonate, to anybody that's watching the Twitch stream and follows it, but when Warlord's Draenor came out, he was like, dude, we're all playing, blah, 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 you gotta get back on. I'm like, alright, so I hop back on. And I ran through like 5 levels probably. It was fun, but I feel like the MMO genre as a whole has kind of moved on from the systems that they use. But it did feel like kind of putting on that old comfy pair of shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it had that kind of appeal to it. It had that kind of feel to it. But it didn't have enough staying power. And I got to, what is that big fucking, the wannabe housing fucking thing called? Garrison.
Yes.
Garrison. So I built my garrison, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on, and I don't know. I played it for a while. I kind of fell out of it, and I went on a little MMO ADD for a while, and I have completely fallen in love with Elder Scrolls Online, but I kind of shelved that until it comes out on Xbox because I feel it'll be a better game on console than it is PC. And so yeah, I'm kind of doing the Star Wars thing now.
What's it called in Star Wars housing?
Fucking
What's the S?
Strongholds.
Strongholds, yes. I got one.
I got one too. I got the Coruscant one for like 10 grand. Like I live in the ghetto.
Really? I got it for like 50 coins or whatever they're called.
Oh no! Wow, maybe I should have done that. No, I paid. Well, 10,000 credits is like 3 enemies when you get to Yavin 4.
Yeah,
But-
I'm still like newbie level.
Yeah, so I paid like 10 grand for it, and it's alright. And I had fun. Like they give you a whole bunch of like furniture and shit. So I was like decking out my house and totally playing fucking Martha Stewart and Star Wars, which I thought was kind of cool at first, and then I was like, what the fuck am I doing? So yeah, it was kind of cool. It's kind of weird, but whatever. It's cool how you can put your companions and your mounts down. Your companions, your mounts, and your vanity pets can all be placed down as things. Hutball.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hutball is awesome. Really, Jenna?
I love Hutball.
Hutball was cool until the entire server became so lopsided into one faction that all that ever popped was Hutball because it was the only just like same faction fucking PvP arena. So
Yep.
Hutball is cool though.
Hutball's cool until you get the ball and you don't realize it and you like start freaking out and screaming and running away. Yeah.
you run the wrong direction and start fighting people because you don't realize
Yeah.
you got the ball. You're like, ah, fuck this, I'm gonna kill this guy. Who's got the ball anyways? And then you're like, you're a dumbass,
Yep.
yeah.
And
So-
Heroes of the Storm popped up. How do you like that one?
Heroes of the Storm, I've been having a blast with. My video just got jacked up, so I'm gonna edit video like live while we're doing this. But yeah, I've been having a blast with Heroes of the Storm too. I always wanted to kind of be in the whole. Hey, look at my video. Haha. I always kind of wanted to be in the whole MOBA thing, and it just never kind of happened for me because I always got really irate with the community. So Here's the Storm came up and it had simplified so much shit in MOBAs where you didn't have the stupid itemization crap, and it was kind of more of a team-oriented thing. They kind of like, I mean, what Blizzard's great at, they just took the core elements of what made a game awesome and just really focused on those things. So I've been loving Heroes of the Storm. I spent entirely too much money in that game already. I don't recommend that anybody ever buys the Lost Vikings because they're nearly impossible to play. So anybody that's like, oh, I'm a badass at MOBAs, think about your favorite character and now add 2 more and control all 3 of them at the same time, and then make them like 30% weaker. It's really fucking complicated. But I love Murden. I play Murden a lot. I just bought Illidan. He was on sale, I think, or maybe I just bought him. I don't fucking know.
Oh, you have to actually buy characters to play that?
Yeah, it's free to play. Let's arbitrarily say there's like 25 characters or whatever, right? So what you do is every week or month or on a timer, right, there'll be like 3 or 4 characters that are free to play. And then every week those random characters that are free to play will change. But if you purchase a character, he's your character permanently. You can play him whatever you want, however you want. You can buy them with in-game currency, or you can buy them with cash. Either or. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And there's skins and mounts and blah, 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 blah. Typical with Blizzard type shit. It's pretty cool. I dig it. I'm looking for Overwatch. That game's going to be fucking awesome. It's Blizzard's little Team Fortress style arena shooter type thing.
I heard you guys talking about that one on the last podcast, but I wasn't sure what it was about. I didn't look it up either.
Yeah, go to battle.net and they got an Overwatch thing, and it's crazy. The first thing I ever saw of that game was like a CG scene, kind of explaining it. Didn't really explain it, but it looked like something Pixar had put together. I highly recommend you go watch the video because it is the most sickest like video game CG cutscene I've ever seen in my life. It looks like something that came out of Pit. What the fuck? The guy in the video behind me just like cut his ear off or some shit. That was crazy. Push to talk.
Witcher 3. I know.
So yeah, this Overwatch. What else has been going on? I don't know, man. Like, I've been playing some Xbox games. What have I been playing on? I've been trying to get in GTA 5, which is kind of crazy. And I keep playing the GTA Online, so I haven't done shit in the story mission. And the violence and the language is so horrible in that game that I just can't play it around my kids. So I get into this weird position where I'm constantly like trying to play it, and I play it for 3 minutes, and then my kids come running into the room, and I'm like, fuck.
Uh-oh. Shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
Crap. Wait,
And
don't
he's
repeat
like,
that.
He's like, fuck that stupid whore, and he like puts a shotgun in someone's mouth and like blows their head off, and he's like, I'm gonna fuck her dead body, and my wife's looking at me like, seriously, dude?
That's awesome.
Yeah,
This is why I have a dog and not children.
yeah, dogs are totally kosher with that language, I guess.
Yes, they are. At least mine is. So I started when I came back recently because I took a really long break from all video games. You know, I was living in the gym for like 12 hours a day. I came back and played the hell out of Diablo 3.
Really? Reaper Souls?
Yeah. Yes. I actually got all the way into Act 5, and then someone decided to open my WoW account, and I haven't gone back since.
Good job. Yeah, see, I did the same thing. I kind of went back to Diablo for a while, too, and they completely changed the leveling system in that game. Like, it was a new fucking game. Like, the entire game was different. I'm not going to say it was bad, but it was really different than it was when the game first launched. We'll play Diablo sometimes. I log it in once in a while and play it.
We should do something like that. We haven't done anything together in a while.
No. And I got what's that new character? Crusader? I fucking, guy's got a shield. I dig it. So,
Can he be bald?
so yeah. No, I can't make it. My guy in Star Wars is bald still. That's good.
That's good.
I get, that's, speaking of, so we all got these little things that we like in our MMOs that kind of define who we are, right? These little, like, minutia. And obviously everybody knows that my, like, fucking calling card in MMOs is that my guy's bald, right? So I get very irate in video games when I can create a character and I can't make him bald. Like, that really, really fucking pisses me off. Like, all you had to do was just not put a fucking model on top of his head. That's it. That's all you had to do.
Just don't put hair.
It just drives me fucking batshit when I've actually not played character like races or games entirely because I couldn't be bald character. Fucking pisses
You
me
know, my
off.
thing was, right, the Dwarven Butts. And what was that game that we played?
Rift.
Rift?
I still have that picture. I still have that picture on fucking
That's
on
awesome.
Steam. It's on my Steam account. Yeah.
They had the best butts of a female character I have ever laid eyes on.
Yeah.
That's not a good ass right there.
They really kind of nailed that.
Oh, they did. It was perky, it was round, it was plump, it was perfect.
I log into Rift once in a while. You want to talk about a game that really nailed the free-to-play model? Rift did it.
Rift's
They-
fun.
Yeah, Rift's a good game. You know what sucks about Rift? The storyline is fucking horrible. That's it. If they just had a more friendly story, it would be a fucking 100 times better fucking game.
That's what Star Wars has. It has such an amazing story. Like, you get wrapped up into that so much.
Well, and that's one of the things that makes Star Wars so fucking awesome is because the game is so cinematic when you're playing it. It's like you're playing this big string of cutscenes and you kind of control the order that those cutscenes go and the path of those cutscenes. And it's like, you look at WoW, I remember back in the day when Epitome was huge. Go Epitome. But Wrath of Lich King, fucking, there was that huge, the Wrathgate cutscene. And everybody loved it, and they were like, this is awesome. And Blizzard's like, yeah, we're going to nail it. We're going to do lots of cutscenes. We're going to do, thanks, buddy. We're going to do lots of cutscenes and this, that, and the other. Thank you. We're going to do lots of cutscenes, and Cataclysm's going to be awesome. And there wasn't a single fucking cutscene in Cataclysm. Like, none. None. And then I held firm pretty long with Cataclysm, and I was like, fuck this. And Star Wars was coming out. And then Pandaria was coming out, and I was like, maybe I'll get back into it. So I checked it out, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. Draenor's a good... Yeah, have you heard about the big controversy with flying in Draenor?
Yes. I'm really
Wow.
not happy with that myself.
You do want to fly or you don't want to fly?
I do want to fly, because I'm sorry. I have run around long enough on Draenor. I'm so sick of running everywhere. I got spoiled. I got spoiled by flying, and I don't have to, like, figure out a path to get there. I can just fly over everything and just land where I want. I'm a spoiled little brat, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they should do the same thing. They're discussing right now whether they'll allow flying in Draenor after the next expansion launches. Like they'll retroactively like boot up flying there or whatever. I saw some good points where somebody brought up like archaeology, how fucking painful archaeology is without being able to fly.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. But it's funny that you don't see any other games that nail flying. You know who nailed flying? The only Arcage. Have you played Arcage?
Yes, the gliders.
The gliders is a brilliant like compromise in flying.
Don't engineers have gliders now, though?
In WoW?
Yes, because I was in a battleground the
Sure.
other day, and I saw people gliding, and I didn't know. I was like, where did you get the glider? I want a glider.
Yeah, I don't know. I maybe they do. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, engineering makes them.
Oh, you realize we're in like the year of virtual reality, right? Oculus Rift is either launching at the end of this year or the beginning of next year.
Oculus Rift?
You're kidding me, right? Okay. Many years ago, about 2 years ago, a guy named, you can't make this name up, his name is Lucky Palmer. Alright? Yeah. So a guy named Lucky Palmer, young guy, like it looked like he was right out of college, right? Does a Kickstarter for a virtual reality headset that, what? Anyways, so this guy does this like virtual reality headset for Kickstarter, and everybody that touches it thinks the thing's fucking amazing. It's outstanding, the whole nine. And he gets bought by Facebook for $2 billion. Yeah, so that happened, right? So Oculus, they hired Carmack from ID Games or ID Software, like hired all these huge important people, and like it's coming out within the next year. 6 months to a year.
It said 2016 on their website.
Yeah. So it's yeah, they might have pushed it. It was originally supposed to be out this year. But I got a chance to actually use one. So yeah, I got a chance to use one of the beta kits, and it was a roller coaster demo where you're on a roller coaster and you can like look around. The immersion is insane. Like it really, like when you go down the roller coaster, it literally gives you that nauseated feeling like you are going down a roller coaster. It was absolutely amazing. I felt like I was in the fucking holodeck from Star Trek. It was it was
man.
insane. So Oculus is coming out, obviously focused towards games. Facebook has bigger plans than just games, but it's obviously focused towards games. And Steam got together, I think it was at GDC this year, the Game Developers Conference, and they showed off what they call the Vive, V-I-V-E. And it's the product is built by HTC, designed by Steam, and it has complete accuracy and understanding of where you are in a room up to 15 foot by 15 foot. So you could literally put it on, like, walk around the room, which seems really dangerous with virtual reality goggles, but... So, like, you better empty that room out. You're going to be falling over couches and shit. But between everybody that touches this thing says it feels like you're stepping into the future. Like, nobody will ever play video games on a monitor again. Ever. And I've heard some non-video game things that people are doing with these. Like, the Oculus, supposedly, they've demoed a Netflix app where it boots up Netflix, but it feels like you're in a big screen movie theater screen, like movie theater. So you look around, there's like movie theater chairs and stuff, and like you can see this huge fucking movie theater screen. So all that stuff comes out in the next 6 to 7 months. So I don't think anybody's ever going to see my pretty blue eyes again. I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen.
Is there a price on that yet?
What, my eyeballs?
No, no price on your eyeballs. Your eyeballs are fucking priceless.
They're priceless. So I've heard the developer kit for the Oculus Rift sells for $350.
Nice.
That's not a bad price. I'm happy with that price. When Steam announced the Vive, they kind of hinted that it's going to be a top-end device. So and that expected to cost what a top-end device would cost. So I'm gonna shoot towards the realm of, say, $500 maybe for the Vive. But I think they're both using the same software. And in fact, anybody that's got a Samsung Galaxy Note 4 right now, do you have a Note 4?
I actually have a Note Edge.
Oh, won't work. Haha.
Damn.
But Oculus built a device that Samsung is selling right now called the Samsung Galaxy Gear. It's like $200, and it doesn't have a screen in it because you slide your Note 4 into it. And then it uses these like fisheye lenses and everything, and people think everybody that touches it says it's fucking amazing. So yeah, it's the year of virtual reality.
So if we all have them, can we all like play together?
Yeah, they could easily make like games together. I'll give you an example. So the game that was just playing in the background before this one is H1Z1. Are you familiar with H1Z1? Wow, we'll talk about that in a sec too. It's basically a survival game, a la like Rust or whatever. It's a survival game where you're in a zombie apocalypse, and you don't have any skill points, you don't have any leveling, you just don't die. That's like literally the only point in the game. So you gather stuff, you can build bases and stuff, you have a hunger meter, you have a thirst meter, and you're in the zombie apocalypse, and you just have to survive. And obviously the most dangerous thing in that world is other people. So yeah. So I'm playing this game, and I'm like, this game is fucking great. And we'll talk about H1 in a sec, right? It's a great game. Made by SOE, the people that make like EverQuest and all that shit. I guess they're called Daybreak Games now. They're not owned by Sony anymore, but whatever. So I was playing it, and I was like, how sick would this be if if this was virtual reality? Like, could you imagine being in a fucking virtual reality? Yeah, I see that guy on The Witcher, like, picking up the dead body and shit. Could you imagine being in, like, virtual reality, like, zombie apocalypse simulator? Like, a zombie fucking grabs you? That'd be fucking crazy.
That would be scary.
Yeah, so I think there's a lot of cool things that they're going to end up being able to do with this. You could do WoW. Imagine playing WoW where in first person, like, you are in the game.
I'd be a dwarf shaman running around healing people.
You'd be looking up at everybody.
Hi! What's up? I'd have, like, neck pain after that whole day.
Yeah, I'd have to be a night elf, so I could like look down on people and whatnot. So yeah, H1Z1, right?
I looked up H1N1 and was like, wait, what?
No, Z1, H1Z1. H1Z1's funny. Like H1Z1, the word started as an internet meme that the zombie apocalypse was happening and nobody's really reporting on it, and it was like this internet hoax, right? So when SOE decided to make a whatchamacallit, fucking zombie game. Yeah, sorry about that. When they decided to make like a zombie game, they put together H1Z1 and called it H1Z1 after the internet hoax, which is some brilliant marketing. But yeah, the game's pretty solid. I gotta say, have you played Rust?
No, I've heard of it though, but I haven't played it.
Rust started out, and it was very comparable, I should say, with H1Z1, and very comparable. I'll say comparable. Fuck you. So comparable. Should I click into my British accent for that one?
Yes, please.
No, that's not gonna happen. So it was very comparable to H1Z1. And then the guy's like, yeah, this isn't good enough. And he completely rebuilt the game from the ground up and redid it, and it's absolutely amazing now. Out of all the like survival games, Rust, and I think it's only like $20 or something. The game's phenomenal.
Wait, that
And-
one, ugh. Did you stream that one?
I've streamed it before, yeah. So yeah, so that's happening. Microsoft, talking about VR, Microsoft has this thing called HoloLens. Have you seen this thing? So, the way and thank you, Dan, for putting those links up into the chat room. But so the HoloLens made by Microsoft is essentially the same thing. It's virtual reality, but they're see-through, so you can see the whole world around you, like you're wearing a pair of sunglasses, right? But it projects like hologram type virtual reality into your world. So the glasses can identify in the demo. One of the demos they showed, the glasses can identify that you have a coffee table, and they had Minecraft where the blocks were all on the coffee table and like under the coffee table, and you could run the guy around and jump on the blocks and mine the blocks, jump off the coffee table, go under the coffee table, mine more blocks and stuff. And everybody that's used it said it actually looks like the shit's there. It doesn't look like some weird see-through hologram. Like it really fucking looks like the shit's sitting on the table. I don't think there's a release date for HoloLens from Microsoft yet, though. But so there's a lot of stuff going on with VR right now. Oh, and Sony for PlayStation 4 is working on Project Morpheus, but that'll be PS4 only. So I really don't give a rat's ass about it. But that's coming too.
So which games are you actually looking forward to that haven't come out yet?
Games that I'm looking forward to that haven't come out yet. I'm looking forward to Overwatch. I'm looking forward to EverQuest Next. Did you play EverQuest back in the day? Were you an EverQuest girl?
Oh, did I ever? Yeah, I was in beta.
Are you tracking EverQuest Next and like what's going on with that?
They'll send me emails every once in a while, but I'm not too into it anymore. I went back to EverQuest, and it was just impossible to get into.
All right. So EverQuest Next has absolutely nothing to do with EverQuest or EverQuest 2. Like literally nothing, right? Except the races will probably be the same. That's probably about it. EverQuest Next was announced, I think, 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
And they put out basically what is essentially a beta to EverQuest Next, and that's the game Landmark. Have you seen Landmark?
Yes, I have actually.
Okay, I played the holy crap out of Landmark. I love that game, and it's basically like they took Minecraft and Warcraft and kind of blended them together. So everybody keeps flipping out that EverQuest Next is vaporware, this, that, and the other. It's not coming out. They haven't given us any information. But basically, all you gotta do is log into Landmark to see what EverQuest Next is going to be. And they're doing some pretty amazing stuff. Like, the community is building EverQuest Next. They'll have a competition. They'll be like, all right, the Karens, we're going to give us Karen architecture. It was a big competition to see who can build the sickest Karen architecture. And then they take the most badass pieces of architecture, and those are going to build into the city that's going to be the Karen city in EverQuest Next. So they're doing some really amazing shit over there. And most people that just try out the game and see it, they're like, oh, this beta game sucks, I'm not playing this. But I think it's awesome, but whatever. But if you watch like the podcast that Game Break's doing and stuff with it, they're doing some pretty amazing shit. I don't think they're going to meet their timelines at all. Like, I would be surprised if EverQuest Next launches in any form or fashion by the end of 2016. Other than that, actually, there's not a lot of games on the horizon I'm looking forward to. I'm interested in trying Elder Scrolls Online on console. I think that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, not really.
Is this supposed to be better on console?
I played a lot on PC, and from the UI to everything else, it feels like a console game. So I don't know. It's like when you play Elder Scrolls, like when you play Skyrim. Skyrim feels like a console game on PC. Like, I just think it's a better game on console. Minus the modding aspect. Go ahead.
I've only had it on console.
What, Skyrim?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played it on PC, and the problem with PC, it plays great on PC, and the PC you get this awesome modding community where you can put Ninja Turtles in the game and like all types of crazy shit, right? Like, there's some crazy mods for it. But the problem comes out with the UI, because when I open a bag on a PC, I want to see my bag. I don't want to scroll through a list. And it's stuff like that where it feels like a fucking console game. And Elder Scrolls is kind of the same, in the same boat.
I don't really miss Elder Scrolls as much as I thought I would.
Did you hear the controversy that Steam just fucking stirred up with Elder Scrolls?
No, I haven't. What's up with that?
So, sometime in April, beginning of April maybe, Steam, you know, they got mods, like they got their Steam workshop where you can, like, if you have a game like Skyrim, you could download, people can make mods and put them on Steam, and then you can download the mods from Steam, right? They allowed mod creators in Steam Workshop to start charging for their mods. Totally kosher with that. Somebody puts in fucking 100 plus hours developing a mod, he should be allowed to get paid for it. But almost immediately, like within 24 hours, people started taking other people's mods and uploading them for download for $5 or whatever. So there's no type of copyright control. Or people would take like 4 different mods, put them into a mod package, and start selling them and stuff. People started going ape shit, and like it got bad. And like within 4 days, Steam's like, yeah, this is a bad idea. We didn't think this through, and like scratched the whole program.
Oh wow, that's kind of shitty then for the people that spent so much time creating them. But
Yeah, I'm sure they'll come back to it. You don't just put that type of shit together and then ignore it. Like I'm sure.
no, but they just gotta refine it.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll get refined. So, have you gotten like endgame rating or anything in WoW yet?
Well, I have a mage that's 100, and I've done like LFR, and that's about as far as I've gotten so far. It's not bad, but you don't have to think about it. You just pop in, pop out, you know.
Yeah. I would like to start rating again. I'm just enjoying running through Star Wars, like the levels and the questing and the story and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I want to run with you because I get bored too easy and then get distracted.
What, in Star Wars?
Oh yeah, well
Yeah.
I'll listen to the story, but then it's like, what do I do now?
Maybe
And
after the
fact that
podcast we'll do it.
Well, you level so fast. I feel like I don't even get to enjoy the story anymore.
What, in Star Wars with the 12 XP?
Yeah.
The 12x XP? Well, I looked up what, speaking of Star Wars, it's in the background right now. So, I looked up why they picked 12x as the number or whatever, and it's mathematically a clean way to go through the story if all you do are class quest. So it's kind of the point is so that people can dodge the whole side quest thing, and they can just follow the story.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So that's kind of the point.
I think that's what a lot of people just wanted to do anyway with Star Wars is do the class.
Yeah, and I think they're just kind of catering to that, and they're tying it to a subscription.
Is that Mortal Kombat? No, what game is that?
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter.
That's Street Fighter.
Is that a new Street Fighter?
Yeah, it's the new one coming out.
Nice.
Yep. I got the new Mortal Kombat X on Xbox One.
How's
Absolutely amazing. Everything I could want out of a Mortal Kombat game. It pretty much hits every note. It's pretty visceral. It's pretty disgusting, which is awesome. My wife has banned me from doing fatalities in front of my son. That happened.
That's funny.
Yeah, so the game's great. The graphics are amazing. That's Heroes of the Storm playing right now, by the way. But the graphics are amazing. It's a really solid game. They came out with a mobile app for iPhone and Android, and it's free for Mortal Kombat X. But it's buggy as shit. Half the time, if I'm not on Wi-Fi, it won't even log me in. Even if I got full-blown 4G, it's not letting me log in and stuff. But the game's tight. It's fun.
I have an Xbox One. I didn't know you had one too.
Yeah, I got one. I'll throw you my gamer tag later.
Nice. Wow. You gonna play WoW with me ever?
No, probably not.
We're not gonna revive Epitome.
I tried, actually. That actually almost happened. So when I was playing with Charlie and I logged in, I looked up Epitome on the Armory, and somebody we know still has it. I don't think they ever log into those characters. There's like 10 people in the guild, and yeah. So I sent him a couple in-game mails. Nobody ever got back to me. I was gonna totally take it and do some shit with it, but never got around to it. So.
Oh, we could always start over somewhere else.
I'll rebuild Stoic in fucking Star Wars.
Can we do that?
Well, why not?
Let's do it.
Okay.
What server do you want? Are we gonna be on Prophecy of the Five?
Fuck yeah, I put too much money into fucking unlocks to ever go to another fucking server.
Deal. I dropped like $50 so I could buy some coins.
Yeah, I've dropped money in here and there all over the place in that game.
Stupid. I should have done it.
That's funny. I'm scrolling through news right now, right? So in Mortal Kombat, they added this ability where you can interact with the environment, right? So like there's a bowl of like hot coals or something. You can press the right bumper on the controller, grab the bowl of hot coals, and like smash it into the character, right? So you can interact with the environment and stuff. Like, so there's like one or two levels where there's like an old lady. I mean, like a 90-year-old lady, all hunched over, like walking, and you can literally pick her up and just bash her into the fucking bad guy like a weapon, right? So that in itself is awesome, right? Well, there's this thing they patch the game where you can do a brutality. Now, a brutality in the game is basically if you do all the right things during the fight, and the person has a very small amount of health left, and you do a certain move, it'll do that brutality and kill them. It's like an instant fatality, right? Without actually killing them. Like, it kills them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now there's a brutality they added to the game where if you throw that old lady at the bad guy when they're almost dead, the old lady tackles him and beats the shit out of him until he dies. And all the blogs are posting, like, revenge of the old lady, and it's funny.
That's awesome.
Good
I want to
shit,
play
yeah.
that.
What else we got? Haven't been playing a lot of indie games, which I'm usually really huge into. There just hasn't been a whole lot of indie stuff going on. Virtual reality porn everybody's talking about. I hope you guess a whole bunch of like virtual reality pornography is coming out for the Oculus Rift. And like people are freaking out about it. It means the end of all girlfriends ever for anybody.
They won't need them anymore.
Yeah. What else? That's about it. I don't know. Oh! World of Warcraft movie. Speaking of WoW. Have you seen the images of Ogrim Doomhammer from the
Are
movie?
they actually doing that?
Are you kidding me? Yeah. The movie's already filmed. They're in post-production right now.
No.
It comes out summer 2016, I think.
See, that's when we need to have our WoW Epitome, like, real-life guild meeting.
There. Check that link out that I just put into the thing. That's the first shot of Ogrim Doomhammer in the movie.
Oh, wow. Are they all CGI?
He's CG, but the movie's live action.
Oh, dang. I want to see this so bad.
Yeah.
It's so pathetic.
They said it's the most highly detailed CG that's ever been put into a movie before.
I wonder how much they're dropping on this movie.
It's Blizzard. They make like $2 billion a year. I don't even want to know what they're paying for this movie.
Dang. I
They-
can't wait. I'm so excited.
Mike Morhaime, I guess, had been quoted in saying that he wanted the World of Warcraft movies to be the next generation's Lord of the Rings.
I can see that.
Yeah, so, and they could pull it off if they do it right. The movie is following the storyline from the original Warcraft game, the Orcs and Humans, the original opening of the Dark Portal and the Orcs coming over and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's got to be at least $300 or $400 million they're dropping on this movie. Easy.
I'm going to have to watch the trailer after this. Whew.
I don't even think the trailer's out yet.
There is a trailer.
No.
Maybe. It says, I don't know. I done found one.
No. You're going to get rickrolled. It's going to be like, ha! Got him!
Don't do that to me. Don't jinx me. I want to see it.
I don't think the trailer's out yet.
Something's got to be out. Oh, dang, I want pizza now.
Mortal Kombat is doing some crazy shit. They just added Jason Voorhees to Mortal Kombat as DLC. And
Nice.
they're adding, like next month, I think they're adding the Predator. So they're doing some, yeah, it's kind of cool shit.
I can't believe they're remaking like all of these old school games.
Yeah, and they're nailing them in a lot of the different games that they're doing. They're nailing them.
Have you gone back to EverQuest at all?
No, once in a while I'll go dick around on EverQuest 2. EverQuest 1 just relaunched. My buddy's playing through it, a progression server. for
Yeah, I
EQ1.
saw that.
Yeah, so he tried to get me into it. I was never big. See, EverQuest 1 came out, and I'm showing my age right now, but EverQuest 1 came out, and I was playing Ultima Online pretty heavily, and I kind of didn't get into the EverQuest thing. Like, it didn't really happen. And then I got banned from Ultima Online for setting up an animal fighting arena and betting on it.
That
happened.
would be something you would do.
Well, it happened. It was crazy because I'd come home from work. I lived in a studio apartment by myself. I was like 20, right? And I come home, and I didn't know what I was doing in the game, but I had this pet gorilla, right? So I'd go outside this little town, and I just have my gorilla beating the shit out of like woodland animals, creatures, like, and it was the funniest fucking thing to watch this gorilla just monkey stomp these fucking animals in the fucking woods, right? Well, and I did the same time every day. I'd come home from work, and I'd be beating up animals in the woods and shit. And eventually I started getting like a gathering. Like people would show up to see my gorilla beat shit up, right? It was kind of funny. So one day this guy had this big boa constrictor snake thing, and he's like, hey, my snake could totally take your gorilla. And I'm like, no the fuck it can't. My gorilla's a beast. And he's like, no, it could take it. So other people started betting on which animal would win. Of course my gorilla fucking manhandled the snake, right? But the next day, people brought animals with them, and they all started fighting their animals. And that led into a website. Of course, I slap websites up in like an hour. So that led to a website with like statistics and gambling debt odds, and you could like put money down and blah blah blah. And UO contacted me and threatened me and basically banned my account. So
That's one game I wish I had gotten really into was Ultima Online back in the day. But I was
such a good game. Such a good game.
Asheron's Call?
Asheron's Call I played. I tried to play Asheron's Call 2, and then they closed the servers down.
Yeah. It wasn't very good. I played it when it first came out.
And yes, I'm drinking Merlot out of the bottle. Don't judge me.
Again? Margarita!
You gotta do it. So yeah.
I drink my wine out of a glass because I'm freaking classy.
Yeah, no. Drink it out of a bottle.
Now you seem like
because I'm a drunk. Fucking, have you heard of Crowfall?
Can you make me a margarita? No.
Crowfall is the next, you're talking about games that I'm excited about. Crowfall is probably the next badass, you're so funny. Crowfall is the next badass, game I'm probably looking forward to. And it's got really good, like, kind of WoW style cartoony graphics, which are cool. But they got, like, one of their slogans they keep throwing around. Oh, H1Z1's the game playing in the background right now. One of their slogans they keep throwing around is that that the game's, there's only end game. There's no leveling in this game. The whole game is end game, right? So how many MMOs do people play where they're like, oh yeah, the game doesn't start till you're leveled and maxed out and blah blah blah. That's where they start this game. There is no like leveling, grinding, right? So I don't even know how to put it. The game looks sick. You're gonna have to look it up. I haven't seen a whole lot of information about it. I heard a couple of like devs talk about it and stuff, and they got a lot of really cool concepts for this game. But I don't want to speak about it because I don't know about it. I just saw a video and it got me really fucking hyped. So Crowfall, check out Crowfall. It looks sick. I know I told you nothing, but hey, whatever.
Yeah, you just mentioned a name and said, hey, go check it out.
Yeah, I just saw it the other day, and it's got a lot of hype behind it, and it got me hyped by watching a little video about it. So, yeah.
I miss Shadowbane. Did you play that?
I did not play Shadowbane. I kind of missed it. I was aware of it at the time, but I just kind of missed it.
I played a witch something. I don't know what she was, but she was fine, and I missed it. Oh, whoa, it's a Fury. That's what I played.
You know, so I'm living back in the state of New York again, right? And a Comic-Con's in October. So I was like, I am so going to Comic-Con this year. Gonna fucking happen, right? Log online to look for tickets and shit. So I guess it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday sold the fuck out. Sold out in an hour.
That's incredible.
Tickets for Thursday are $40, and I'm like, what the fuck's gonna happen Thursday? Like, I'm not going there for one day. Fuck that. So, but I'm going next year. Comic-Con.
Would you go to BlizzCon?
Hell yeah, I'd go to BlizzCon.
We should do that. Like, get a group of us together and go to BlizzCon.
Getting tickets is the bitch in BlizzCon. They sell out in like 15 minutes.
Damn.
Like, most people are online waiting for tickets, and the fucking tickets are sold out while their web browser's loading and shit.
Oh my god, that's not even cool.
That guy needs to deliver me a margarita too. I need a hand to just come into my screen with a margarita.
Yeah, it's all I have is a hand that walks over and brings me margaritas.
Here's something that I found funny. I read the other day. H1Z1, right? Nice. H1Z1, right? There's a big thing that Smedley, who's the CEO of Daybreak Games, came out the other day and said that players are afraid of the dark. Players are like afraid of the dark. Like their statistics are every time the game goes into night, everybody logs the fuck off. And then when the game comes back to daytime, everybody logs the fuck back on.
It's kind of like Minecraft.
I hope it doesn't like deter them from having a night. They're testing all day servers now that don't have like a time. And I have a really horrible gut feeling that those are going to be hugely popular.
So it's gonna be like 3 people on the night servers.
Yep. Hey, it'll be better. It'll be easier to fucking gather shit. There'll be the hardcore servers.
Oh man, I missed that.
Yeah.
When is that game coming out? That H1Z1?
H1Z1's out. Well, it's a beta right now, I guess. Early access, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's $20 to get in. When the game does launch, it's gonna launch when it's done, is what they said. So, but when it does launch, it's gonna be free to play. All day game. What the fuck? Daybreak. Yeah, we're gonna call them Daybreak. Daybreak Game Studios. All their games are free to play, except their early access games cost like $20 to get in.
I'm gonna have to do that. I think I'll end up buying it. It's because it looks really cool.
It is really cool. Maybe I'll stream it after this. We'll do a little bit of H1Z1 streaming. No, we're gonna play Star Wars, right?
No, we're playing. Are we gonna stream Star Wars?
Yeah, why not?
Let's do it!
Ha.
Ha!
What else is going on here in the news? Nothing. Incredibles 2 is coming out soon.
Yeah.
Soon, by like 2 years. If another Five Nights at Freddy's game comes out, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Have you heard
I
of
that one?
Okay, Five Nights at Freddy's is a really, really indie game that came out on Steam, right? Decent graphics and stuff, but basically, there's a children's, like, kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese. It's probably the best way to explain it, right? Like a Chuck E. Cheese. And you get a job as the night security guard at this place called Freddy Fast Bars, right? And there's these animatronic, like, bear and a duck and a whatever. And they kind of go ape shit at night. And they try to fucking kill people, basically, right? They don't mean to kill you. They think that you are a animatronic doll that's, like, somehow lost its costume, so they try to stuff you into a costume, and it basically kills you, right? Like, their programming is a little wonky. So, basically, you got energy, like a certain amount of energy, electricity or whatever, and you have to, like, monitor the cameras and basically not die. You got to make it through the night, all right? It's a really simple game. Well, it was cool. It's scary as fuck, right? Because you're watching these, like, security cameras and shit. It's scary as shit. So, they came out with the game. It was cool. It's scary. A lot of YouTubers made videos because of the reaction videos or whatever, right? And then, like, 4 months later, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 came out. And it was basically the same game, only a little... It was a sequel, like, story-wise, but it was basically the same game, only, like, part 2, right? And then 4 months after that, Five Nights at Freddy's 3 came out. And then, like, 4 months after that, they announced Five Nights at Freddy's 4. You're like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, how many times can they run the same fucking game over and over with slightly better graphics?
I'm betting until they run out of money or people stop paying for it.
Probably, and it's like a huge hit, so people just keep fucking buying the damn thing.
Exactly. That's awesome, though.
I know. You want to hear something that... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I have nothing really. Go. Do it. Do it.
So you know what I found really strange? So my son just had his 5th birthday, and he got the game Disney Infinity 2.0. He's real big in, like, Avengers and Marvel and all this stuff. And so if you're not familiar, Disney Infinity, you buy the toys, kind of like Skylanders, right? And you get a portal. And, like, if you want to be, say, Iron Man, you buy the Iron Man toy and you put it on the portal, and Iron Man pops up in the game and you play the game and whatever. It's a fucking ingenious way of just sucking money out of parents' wallets, right? So he's got like 5 or 6 of these Disney Infinity toys. He's got a bunch from the first one, and they're all cross-compatible. So I noticed that the games, or each character comes with one of these cards. Hey, I got some right here. So, like, here's the Captain America card, for example, right? So here's the Captain America card, see? And there it is. And on the back, there's like a serial code, right? I've already used it, so nobody get any bright ideas. But, so you punch this serial code into their website, and it gives you the game so you can, or the character on your account so that you can play the computer version of the game, and you have the characters and you don't need the portal. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, the game on their website is free. Right? I guess they assume you've bought characters. Wow, my green screen went to shit, huh? That's awesome. And
a little bit.
And I'm stuttering a little bit. That's awesome. Let's see if we can fix that some. So, we, where was that? That just derailed the shit out of me. Give me 1 sec. Let me see if I can fix my fucking webcam. There we go. Alright, so the game on Steam is $50, but if you go to their website, it's free. Like, let that sink in for a sec. It's exactly the same game as far as I can tell. And if you go to their website and download it, it's free. You just need characters. If you go to Steam and get it, it's $50. It's $49.95 if you buy the game through Steam. It fucking drove me insane. I was like, who the fuck runs their marketing department? I'd be pissed as fuck if I paid $50 for a game on Steam and then found out it was free on their website.
Oh yeah, I would be too.
Have you heard the big controversy about Black Widow in Avengers?
No, I haven't.
So-
What's up with that?
Can you name all the Avengers? Fuck no, you can't.
Oh hell no.
All right, so
Well,
you got
some of them.
Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Hawkeye, and Black Widow. That's from the first movie, right? We'll stick with that for now. So, if you go to Target, Walmart, any of these stores, they got T-shirts and movies and toys and da 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 da, and Black Widow doesn't appear in any of them. So the feminists are coming out in droves. Like, what the fuck? Every single toy, Disney Infinity has a Black Widow toy, but like all the T-shirts and posters and action figures and there's no Black Widow anywhere. Like, she doesn't exist. If I was Scarlett Johansson, I'd be flipping the fuck out.
Huh. Wonder what the marketing reason for that is. Is
Because
that enough of follow?
because they're targeting fucking like 5 to 15-year-old boys. Probably.
She's hot. You know 15-year-old boys are totally going to be into Black Widow. Come on.
Oh, and then the guy that plays Hawkeye was getting interviewed on some late night talk show and basically said that Black Widow was a slut and she was just there to be passed around by the fucking other Avengers and all this shit. Because, like, in spoiler alert, in Age of Ultron, she kind of gets into Bruce Banner and him and her kind of have it never blooms in anything, but you could tell there's some sparks, right? And I guess in the last movie she had a little thing going with Captain America and like, so that basically he made an off-color comment about her being a fucking the toy for the Avengers, right? And man, did the feminists come out in droves to be like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, seriously? Yeah, it was good.
I missed that. I'm sorry I did. I haven't seen the new Avengers movie.
It's really good, actually. Did you see the old one at least?
I've seen all of them.
All one of them?
No. I've seen
You mean
all
like
the Avenger movies.
the Captain America movies and the Iron Man
Right.
movies, and yeah.
Right.
The new one's good. I had to take my son to it. He was freaking out.
I've seen every Iron Man because Tony Stark is my crush. It's the reason, I have issues.
Tony Stark or Robert Downey Jr.?
Not Robert Downey Jr.
Tony Stark.
Tony Stark. He is hot. He's gorgeous. He is intelligent. He's sarcastic as shit. He's confident. Hello.
Did you know there's like a real life version of Tony Stark?
Who? What? Where? How?
Elon Musk. He's the guy that owns Tesla and SpaceX.
What's his name?
Elon. Elon Musk. He is psychotically fucking rich. He's sarcastic, witty. I don't really judge dudes, but I guess he would be a decent looking guy. Maybe
I
not.
don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, he's not fucking Robert Downey Jr. by any stretch of the means. But if you watch like a video with him, he's not even American. I think he's from like Switzerland or some shit.
He's from South Africa.
Mm.
He's worth $11.9 billion.
I told you.
I could be okay.
But like, let me explain how Tony Stark this dude is, right? So, he runs Tesla, the car company, and he runs SpaceX, which is the people that cart NASA to the space station and shit, right? So he came up with this thing called the Hyperloop Transport System, which is this mag-leved vacuum tube train system that's way cheaper to build than a train and can go like 1,000 miles an hour, some ridiculous fucking number. And he sketched it out on a napkin over the weekend and was like, you know what, I've got too many projects going on right now. So he threw it on the internet and he's like, if anybody wants to build this, feel free. I'm not going to claim any rights to it. Have fun. Blah, blah, blah. And it's some serious like future shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's just who Elon Musk is. Like, he's the real life Tony Stark. In fact, Robert Downey Jr. said when he was studying for the role of Tony Stark, he actually pseudo-modeled it off of fucking Elon Musk.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to run into him randomly in South Africa.
He lives in California now. He's in Silicon Valley.
Oh, really? Are you stalking him? Are you trying to hook up here?
He's worth 11 point something billion dollars. I'm just throwing that out there.
You would switch sides
So-
for $11.9 billion.
You'd have to be fucking nuts not to. So,
Agreed.
Oculus Rift consumer VR headset coming first quarter 2016. So we're like 7-8 months out.
I want it so bad. Well, let's get Elon Musk to buy us one each.
Yeah, right? I want a Tesla, man. That's what I want. I want a Tesla.
Oh man, I want everything.
Star Wars movie coming out. How do you feel about that?
You know, I haven't delved too much into it. I usually just wait till they come out so I don't get all the hype and get anxious for something I can't see for like, a year.
It comes out this like winter, or yeah, sometime this winter at the end of this year.
How many months away this winter is?
Yeah, like 4.
I know, it's so far.
So yeah, I'm pretty amped about it. I think it'll be good. You know what I'm really curious to see? What happens in the Old Republic when that movie comes out? Because if they don't tie it together somehow, they're fucking stupid. Old Republic.
Yeah.
I'm so good at this, man. I started talking Old Republic as soon as the video started playing. But yeah. If they don't tie it together somehow, they're fucking retarded.
I would like them to make a movie based on the Old Republic.
What's the guy's name that's directing Episode 7? I don't fucking remember. It's the guy that did the fucking first 2 Star
J.J.
Trek
Abrams.
movies. J.J. Abrams, right? So, did you know he said he wanted to kill Jar Jar Binks, and he decided against it? He wasn't gonna murder him in the movie, but he wanted like a scene where they're walking on Tatooine and to have like Jar Jar Binks' skeleton like laying out in the sand somewhere.
That would be so wild.
But he said because it didn't play into the theme of the movie, he's like I didn't do it. That would have been awesome.
He needs to. I can't stand Jar Jar.
Nobody can. That's why he wanted to kill him.
He needs to. C-3PO. My God, they've got like a lot of old names in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher.
Look,
Mark Hamill.
You haven't even scratched the surface. They actually have the guy that was inside the C-3PO costume. He's in the
Anthony
movie.
Daniels.
Yeah, like he pulled. I'm surprised that most of these people are still fucking alive, and I hope they made Carrie Fisher lose some weight. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, that's awful. I doubt she'll be wearing her little, slave costume at this point.
Yeah, she plumped up pretty bad for a while. You can't. She's like a force wielder, sorta. She should be by the time this movie comes out.
No shit. Well, and plus, I know in real life she's had a lot of, she's bipolar and she's on a lot of different medications for depression and anxiety, so it's probably not helping her weight issue.
So cameo is what's happening. Is what you're
Yeah,
telling me. She's
exactly.
doing a cameo.
Walk on and walk right off.
Right? That's Carrie Fisher in the background right there. Yep, that's it. That's her arm on the side.
Love it. Poor Carrie Fisher.
What else is going on? Valve now lets developers permanently ban Steam users from games. So if I ran and operated my own Steam game, I could permanently ban people from the game without Steam's involvement. That's pretty impressive.
Oh, that's nice. Reminds me a lot of Neverwinter. Did you ever play the old school Neverwinter?
Neverwinter Nights?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Dan actually were extremely into Neverwinter Nights for a while. We played the
You had
crap
all
out of
those
that game.
See, I did too, and you could download all those like player-made mods and things like that, and that was like the best part of that game.
Yeah, I made one where it was just an island with this fucking hot chick on it, and she'd go up to her, and there was a very risque dialogue that would go down, and depending on what you did with her was what kind of money and gold and buffs and armor and weapons and all types of shit.
But you didn't even know me then. How did you model a character after?
Ha ha ha.
You could download all those like player-made mods and things like that.
Did you unmute that shit?
No,
Ah, there it is. It's fixed.
it was you.
That was me. I haven't clicked anything.
I haven't either.
I'm
Too
gonna,
busy drinking and trying not to fall off my chair currently.
I'm gonna blame Dan.
Dan, what the fuck, Dan? He's like, yeah, I did it.
What else is going on? Nothing really. That's about it.
Yeah,
So-
same here. I haven't done a lot except play Star Wars and WoW.
Well, let's play Star Wars now then.
And WoW.
Wow, we're gonna play Star Wars.
Roy.
Ah,
was
I
me.
see what you did there.
Sorry.
Ha! You typed it and it still spoke it, Dan. That's awesome. You sound like Microsoft Sam. On that note, we're gonna call this episode. We're at 58 minutes, 59 minutes flat. So we're gonna call this episode good. So we are going to attempt to have our podcast of indeterminate length. Yeah, I stole that
Channel. Necroy. Okay, fix.
So we'll see you guys next week once again with me and Jenna and Microsoft Sam. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. As always, you can follow us on Twitter, and we have a Steam group and Google Plus and Facebook and fucking, I don't know, pick a social network. We're probably on there. StoicGaming.com, the website. We have the app in the Android store because fuck iPhone. And yeah, that's it. So
Play with us on Star Wars.
leave comments and shit. We'll do a mailbag if everybody leaves comments enough. All right. Yeah, hit us up on Star Wars whenever we do pick a fucking server and actually settle down. So
Props to the 5.
thanks for tuning in, everybody. As always, this will be on YouTube, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye. Say bye, Jenna.
Bye.